I bet a lot of alienated parents at one point or another wonder, does my child still love me?
Children can be easily manipulated by one parent into hating and fearing their other parent. This is child abuse. This is domestic abuse by proxy. This is called parental alienation. But it is possible to fight. Adult children do wake up to reality. Alienated parents do get their children back. Hello, and welcome back to the Anti-Alienation Project, where I talk about all things parental alienation from the point of view of an adult child who's been through it. This is Penny. Say hi, Pen. She's a mini Aussie. She's like a little baby. But back to today's video. I bet a lot of alienated parents at one point or another wonder, does my child still love me? I'm not going to be able to give you the specialist point of view, but what I can give you is the point of view of someone who was that alienated child for 20 years. Without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Did I still love my dad those 20 years that we had such a painful, distant relationship? And the answer is yes, but I wasn't able to access that love. Yes, but I didn't know it. If this confuses you, I wouldn't be surprised because it's all been confusing to me and I'm the one living it.
Fun times.
I don't think it would have been such a painful time if I didn't love my dad. I mean, it was always the biggest source of pain in my life.
I feel like I have to laugh to keep from crying.
After figuring out the truth, I have been able to tap into that love in a way that I wasn't able to do the past 2 decades. In my mind, I kind of wrote my dad out of the picture at age 9. Everything changed. All of a sudden, I grieved him and he was gone. That is so hard for me to admit. I wish that had never happened. And in my head, I'm also embarrassed to admit that I don't remember making that decision or why I made that decision. But I did. The metaphor I give is after that, I put all of the love I have for my dad into a black lockbox. And I put that lockbox in the back of the closet that I never looked at. First months or year, I remembered that the lockbox was there, but I did everything in my power not to think about it. I never went to the closet and looked at it. So eventually, over the years, towels were packed on, blankets were packed on top of it. The lockbox was covered in so much stuff, and it had been 20 years, so I had forgotten it was there in the back of the cabinet. So much so that if someone had asked me to see my black lockbox in the back of the cabinet, I probably would have said, "What black lockbox?"
Okay then.
I probably forgot it was there entirely, and I didn't have the key. Even if I wanted to open it, I didn't have the key. The key here being the truth. Sorry if you don't like metaphors. I'm an English major, so metaphors are my jam. And I think that's how a lot of alienated kids feel. If you ask them if they love their other parent, they might say, "No, how could I love someone that bad? How could I love someone like that who doesn't love me?" Or something along those lines. They might deny that they love their parent. And that's because they are not aware that the love is there. They've packed it away so tightly in that lockbox in the closet and thrown away the key. They are not aware of the love that they have compartmentalized to an extreme degree. We all know that there is the truth, and then there is the pathological parent's false reality. It pains me to say that for most of my life, I lived in my parents' false reality.
Big mistake.
That's how it is for alienated children. They are living in someone else's false version of reality, which I think is a form of mistreatment. In a lot of cases, they do know what they're doing when they manufacture this estrangement between their child and their other parent. So when the child learns the truth, it's a very confusing and overwhelming experience to discover, oh my God, my quote-unquote bad parent does love me.
Oh my God, what is happening?
You start to believe more and more in the truth.
How great is this?
You start to be able to deny the false reality. This takes a lot of time, and it's not like one day you accept the truth and it's over. It doesn't happen like that. It goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It's super confusing. But at least in my experience, what happened is being in my detective mode and assessing the fruits of the relationship with my dad and rebuilding our relationship, just trying to assess his character with brand new eyes, to discover what are my actual beliefs now and what may have been false. I've been so pleasantly surprised and shocked to find that my dad is actually a kind and funny and generous present father and grandfather. I do believe he loves me, and that's after a year of learning all this.
That's pretty darn cool in my book.
But back to my analogy, I have another video that I posted about the night that I met up with my dad at the park and told him all the lies I was made to believe about him my whole life. And I was on cloud 9 after that. I think that's when my black box was opened. It was as if telling him the lies I had always believed and seeing his response had given me the key to open that lockbox again, because I had felt such intense love after that.
To me, that's beautiful.
It opened a tiny bit at a time, and then eventually it was just all the way open. Experiencing that love again for the first time, really, since I was like 8 years old, was overwhelming to say the least. And to tell you the truth, at the beginning, I was shocked to feel that love, because I had been in such extreme denial for so many years that when the box opened and I accessed that love was full force.
I won!
And it was pure, and it was a childlike love. Overwhelming. I felt very vulnerable, like a child again. That's how I was able to realize and picture in my head, oh my God, I have literally put this love in a steel trap for 20 years and denied its existence. And it was there the whole time because I'm feeling it now. It's not new, this feeling of love I have for my dad. My dad and I, we had a very close relationship for my foundational years, like the first 7 years. And able to feel that same exact love now as a 29-year-old woman proves to me that it was there the whole time.
Trump spoken.
This love I'm feeling is not something I haven't experienced before. It's not a new type of love. It's the love I had for him as a child, and it's back now. I also now feel, to be brutally honest with you, this desperation for him to know that I have that love for him. If you really lose your love for your parent for justified means, you will grieve your parent. You might not have that same love for them ever again. For unjustified reasons, the child on some subconscious level is going to be aching for that love. So the grieving process for their targeted parent is not complete ever. Even if they wholeheartedly believe it is, it's not. Somebody left a comment on one of my videos about how parental alienation is like having phantom limb syndrome. I found the comment. He said, I have experienced both death 43 years ago as well as 40 years of parental alienation. I'm so sorry. With death, there is a fixed date of psychic injury, and passage of time sometimes heals all wounds, even one as most grievous as your child's death. The passage of time between that horrible fixed date, experience in the past and today, gives opportunities for insights and revelations leading to acceptance. Parental alienation, on the other hand, is an ongoing injury where the dawn of each new day doesn't only scrape the scab off anew, but it grabs the broken femur that is compounded 4 inches through one's pants and shakes the hell out of it. Leave your thoughts below about what you think about this comment, by the way, whether you agree, whether it resonates with you. The above is just the targeted parent side of the coin. The evil is compounded by various forms of abuse inflicted on the children in their cult leader's environment. These children will never be whole or healed without their missing parent, as they experience parental phantom limb syndrome with emotional and cognitive dissonance leading to addiction and worse. You may think that all is lost. You may actually think, no, Madison, you're wrong. My child doesn't love me. They would never do this, that, and the other thing if they love me. You're wrong. It's been 20 years, it's been 30 years, it's been 40 years, and they hate me. Actually, I don't even recognize my children. What I'll say to you is that they made this decision to lock away their love for you based on a lie. So the children you see before you, the children that haven't spoken to you in all those years, are living in a fabricated reality where you are a monster. If they knew the truth that you do love them, that would be the key to opening their lockbox. That would be the key to figuring everything out and accessing that love that has still been packed away as tight as can be in the back of that closet. It's there. It's always going to be there. Whether or not they're able to access that love again, time will have to tell. And here's my challenge, because I know that most of the people watching this video will be alienated parents. My challenge for you, all you parents out there, is to rise above doing the same thing. Don't put your love in a lockbox. Don't do it back to them because you're so hurt by what your partner has used them to do. Don't lock your love away. Keep fostering that love you have for your child. You might say, hell no, Madison, why would I do that? I'm gonna open myself to get even more hurt. But here's the thing, if you lock away from your love for them, you're only damaging yourself. Really going to make the chances of them coming back even smaller. If you're an adult child of parental alienation, let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think that you still had that love deep down inside of you locked away the whole time? Or do you think that alienated children really don't love their parents? Let me know down below. And if you're an alienated parent, please let me know your thoughts as well. How has it been for you? If you like this video, please subscribe. Please click the bell in the YouTube. I didn't know this until recently, but apparently if you don't click the bell on who you're subscribed to, you won't really be shown the videos. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you got something out of this video. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I just can't say thank you enough. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.